OCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Minutes before 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Beautiful Wednesday. The weather is nice today, and if I look at the extended forecast from AccuWeather, I can tell if they're right that it's going to be nice for the next week or so, and then who knows beyond that even. Matt Hibbs has been with us before. He's with us today to talk to us about the 12th annual Ocala Open Charity Pro-Am event and Ocala Open Golf Tournament beginning on Tuesday, March 20th and going through Friday, March 23rd at the Candler Hills Golf Club. Matt Hibbs is the PGA Director of Golf at the On Top of the World community. So we have three people today from On Top of the World. Matt, right now, of course, Robert Colin was here this morning with Summer Best from Shalom Park. I always want to call it Gardens, Shalom Park. Hey, Matt.
Good morning. How is everybody this morning?
How's your world?
Good. This weather has turned it. Tell you what, this last week and a half, we've had plenty of rounds of golf at our golf course. The weather it's beautiful.
What causes more people to move to Florida, golf or Disney World?
I want to say golf. Certainly golf. I mean, at our community, it's one of the number one amenities that we certainly have. I mean, with 3 golf courses, it's jam-packed all day, every day when it's 80 degrees. And
that's it. The golf playing weather, or the golf playing season, maybe is the better way to say it, is pretty much every day.
Oh, yeah. That's what's great about Florida is, I mean, a bad day is 45 degrees, whereas northern states, I grew up in Michigan, 45 degrees, when I was a kid, I'd be out there playing golf. Whereas now you can sit it out and wait till it gets to 75, 80 degrees like it is today. So weather turns us in the right direction.
Did you start playing golf when you were a kid in Michigan?
I did. I actually grew up in Michigan playing golf at about 4 or 5 years old and just love the game.
But let me ask you this. From a golf course perspective, does a hillier area tend to be a better canvas, for lack of a better way to ask this, to create a golf course? Or does Florida's kind of flat, although not completely?
Florida is one of the more flat states in a golf course sense. It depends on what you like. I mean, my family actually now lives in Asheville, North Carolina, where it's all mountains. Yeah. And there's nothing better than going up and playing golf in that high elevation. You actually hit the golf ball a little bit further.
Well, especially if it falls off the edge.
Oh, yeah. Never see it again. But the elevation changes make it more difficult.
Because why?
A lot of blind shots, uphill shots, downhill shots. It's a lot harder to actually gauge the distance of the golf shot. Whereas a flat, I mean, if it's 150 yards and it's flat, it's going to play 150 yards. So, or if it's 150 yards and it's downhill 40 feet, you have to factor that in. To that 150 might actually be 140. So, and vice versa, you can going back up the hill where, you have to hit it a lot harder to get it up the hill. So,
we are frequently invited to do golf tournaments, and neither one of us are golfers, but we have done the tournaments. And I've often wondered if somebody like you who does it really professionally or as close to professional as you can, depending, I guess, who we're referring to. Does it, I guess, you see, I'm setting you up to say, no, you're fine. But I mean, does it ever annoy you guys when us non-golfers come out and play golf? It seems, I'm always afraid that I'm going to annoy somebody by being so stupid about it or slow or whatever.
Well, that's actually the stigma that the game actually has a little bit, is the novice players are almost too intimidated to come out and play golf.
I know, yes, that's true.
Us as golf instructors and golf professionals, my job is to teach people to play golf, and we want you out there.
So you have novices coming to you.
Absolutely.
And how long does it take before a person feels like they're not a novice anymore? A year, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, you got to get comfortable enough to come out to the golf course and not worry too much about, A, what people are thinking, and B, slowing down the rest of the golfers on the golf course. That's what makes it probably the most intimidating, is if you come out and it's 9 o'clock and there's golfers all over the golf course, your thought process is, first, I don't want to embarrass myself. Secondly, am I playing too slow? Mm-hmm. Well, that's a major concern, but at the end of the day, we want you to be comfortable enough to be able to come out and play and enjoy the game. Now, how long does that take? It depends on the person, how much time you put into it. But of course, just like anything else, the more time you put into it, the more results you're going to get. So,
and this tournament serves a twofold purpose. It serves for the camaraderie and the fun of the golfers, but also that you're raising money for two great organizations in our community, Hospice and Interface.
Exactly. The Ocala Open, this is actually the 12th annual Ocala Open, believe it or not. I started with On Top of the World in 2009, so we've been doing it every year since I've been there. And to your point, yes, we have basically two tournaments. One is for the professional golfers, where we have 144 professional golfers competing. In the past, it's been about a $12,000 first place purse, which I believe it will be again this year. So they're competing for a good amount of money. And our biggest feat is the Tuesday Pro-Am, which will be March 20th, where the Pro-Am teams come out and play, and they also compete for prizes, but at the end result, you're raising money for two charities, the Hospice of Marion County and Interfaith, two local charities. So since the inception back in 2007, we've raised $488,000 to local charities.
Wow,
so,
holy mackerel.
Yeah, and last year was our biggest year to date, which was $72,000 split between these two charities.
Cow,
so,
wow.
Yeah, this is one of our major events. We take on partnerships, so if anybody's interested in partnering with the Ocala Open, just go to the ocalaopen.com, and you can see all the partnership opportunities, anywhere from $250 to $25,000. We take all kinds. So there's different levels of partnership.
Whatever happened with the women's golf thing that Ocala got excited about a couple of years ago? Did that just go away? What happened?
Yeah, they had that at Golden Ocala. It was a great tournament. I actually went to it a couple of years in a row. I don't know exactly what happened and why it went away, but I know locally it was a great
Seemed
event.
like it was
great
a good
turnout.
thing for the community.
And they did a great job. I mean, you walk off the bus, there's food trucks everywhere. You can walk out, you can grab yourself a drink, a sandwich, and go watch golf. And I'll tell you what, the ladies golfers, they are great golfers. I mean, they hit it as straight as an arrow, and it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch.
So then why do they start a little closer to the tee? Or where's the hole? The tee? I don't even know.
The tee, yeah. You tee off, and then the hole's the end result.
So why do the ladies have like 10 feet ahead of them?
Well, the men tend to hit it a little bit further.
Oh, okay.
So the ladies get it a little bit closer. They shoot low scores. I mean, I tell you what, there's plenty of ladies out there that outdrive me.
I was going to say.
They'll beat me on a regular basis
as well. They would beat me. All right, so tell me, is this two different events, and are we as novices, or not even qualifying as novices, are we invited to this, or is this a spectator thing for us?
Well, the Ocala Open itself is held Wednesday through Friday, which would be the 21st through the 23rd. It is a professional golf tournament, so you are able to come out and watch. It's free admission, and these guys are good. We've had a lot of great players come through. In fact, I've talked about this on the show before. Ted Potter Jr. won the Ocala Open in back-to-back years. I believe it was maybe 12 and 13. And he actually just won a PGA Tour event at Pebble Beach 2 weeks ago.
Yes, I remember that. Yes.
So, he's gone from Ocala, which he's actually Ocala native, to now a two-time PGA Tour winner. So
that's pretty exciting.
The level of play that we have with the Ocala Open, it's basically a stepping stone for a lot of these players that hopefully make it to the next level, which would be the web.com, which is where Ted went next and then won enough to where he qualified for the PGA Tour. So, we've had a lot of great golfers come through, some ex-PGA Tour players, some current PGA Tour players. We had Matt Every, who actually won Bay Hill Invitational, which is another huge golf tournament on the PGA Tour. He won that back-to-back years, and he played in the Ocala Open. Keegan Bradley, who actually won a major tournament on the PGA Tour, the PGA Championship, he also played in the Ocala Open. So a lot of great golfers come through and play in the Ocala Open each year, and again, like I said, it's a $12,000 purse for a lot of these guys. That's a big paycheck. So, they're trying to make it, and they're competing on a week-to-week basis to be able to compete in the next week and hopefully make it into the next level of the tour.
So I just want to be clear. So you are inviting teams to sign up still? Or
absolutely, yeah. The Ocala Open Pro, like I said, it is Tuesday, March 20th. If you go to the Ocala Open website, ocalaopen.com, you can sign up as just to play in the Pro-Am, which is $900 for a team, or you can sponsor with the event, and depending on your level of sponsorship, you may also get a Pro-Am team entry into that. So week 30 or so, depending on how many teams we have, we get professionals to play with those Pro-Am teams, and they go out and have a great time on that Tuesday before the actual event. So
wow, sounds like
great.
fun.
That's really amazing. And so you have different schedules, different things are coming up during the first the Ocala Open Charity Pro-Am. You even provide breakfast.
We do. The Pro-Am comes, if you put a team in, you get breakfast, also lunch, and then awards, prizes, depending on how well you team and your pro plays. The format is the professional golfers golf ball plus your 3 amateur in a scramble event.
Oh, okay.
So there's 2 competitors. It's actually the pro playing and then the amateur team as well. So the pros play in their own little purse on the side, and then the amateur teams play and compete as well. And there's lunch provided afterwards as well. You also get a $200 voucher to spend in the pro shop as a little tea gift.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Nice.
if that
That's a lot of
900
money, $200. Wow.
So you come in, you have breakfast, you go spend your $200, whether it's on a golf club, a shirt, whatever it may be, and then you go out, play golf, beautiful day, and then come in and have lunch. And then depending on your level of sponsorship as well, you also may get tickets to our VIP tent. So you asked about spectators. It is free admission, but we also offer what we call our VIP tent, which sits on the 18th green, and you can also purchase tickets, which are $25 per day, or you can get 3 tickets for $65, and you sit on the 18th green under a tent, and you can watch the golfers as they play. Included with your ticket, you also get an appetizer, lunch, and 2 drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's wonderful.
That's not
it's
bad.
a great deal. And then some of the proceeds from that ticket also go to hospice and interfaith. So great deal all around. You can sit on the 18th green, watch these golfers putt for birdies. You know, they hit some great shots. I watch them all the time. You can tell their drives are all going to be the same spot. Their second shots are all remotely close. I mean, these golfers are good. They're very good.
And since the Ocala Open is 3 days, and that is a regular sanctioned golf tournament for the ratings for each of the professional golfers then.
Absolutely. So the tour that actually comes out is called the Florida Professional Golf Tour. So they're a tour, more or less they call it a mini tour, that they play throughout the state of Florida. I believe he starts in December, and he runs all the way through April. And actually the Ocala Open is what he calls the major golf tournament of the year. It's a 3-day event where his others are either 1 day or 2 day, depending on the event. And, we try to make it as much of a professional major atmosphere as possible. So these players come out, they have to wear pants and they have to walk just like they do on the PGA Tour.
Nice.
So yeah, it's really, it's a step above what they're used to playing, and it gives them actually some experience to hopefully take them into the next level. So, it really benefits everyone. And like I said, these players are so good. They shoot 14, 15 under in a 3-day tournament, which is incredible. Incredible.
And how about the shoes? Because we hear things about you can't have metal cleats, you have to have special shoes. What kind of shoes do you require on this tour?
Well, they are soft spikes per se. No spikes is the newest thing. Soft spikes, you won't see any metal spikes anymore. You used to for a little bit on the tours, but now these soft spikes that they've made are so good that they're just as good as the metal spikes. But yeah, metal spikes are basically a thing in the past. When I was growing up as a kid, they were huge, and now slowly have evolved.
Is it not overkill? I see somebody who doesn't play golf. It's like, do you really need something digging into the dirt to keep you planted? I mean,
there's a lot of movement. Now, we teach the less movement, the better. So you don't want to be dancing. I mean, if you look like you should be on the dance floor as opposed to the golf course, you're going to have some issues. But we try to less movement. You do have some feet movement. You're transferring your weight from the backside to the forward side in the golf swing. It's just like if you're throwing a baseball or a football or hitting a tennis ball. You're transferring your weight. That gives you a lot of the power in your golf swing. So when that happens, your feet tend to move. So you need some kind of support there to keep them from sliding out.
The idea of the amateurs playing is to have fun, I'm guessing, right?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, that's...
Even though there's competitiveness.
Oh, they're all very competitive. At the end of the day, of course you want to win.
Yeah,
but the experience is what they're there for, to play with that tour player. And 95% of those guys are really great guys. So they're out there, they're having fun with the amateurs.
Yeah.
They're giving them some pointers, some tips, helping them with the putting.
Is there an element of being starstruck? I mean, somebody like you've been around the pros, you've seen them all, so it's probably... You may be jaded your own self, but somebody else just moving into on top of the world, they find out about this, they've been playing golf for the last year, they get into something like this? Is there a starstruck element to that?
Oh, there can be, absolutely. It depends on how much you follow. I mean, like I said, a lot of these guys are early stages, so their stardom might not be for 2 or 3 years. So now, like I said, Ted Potter, who just won, he walks through here, everybody's starstruck because he just won a huge golf tournament, a major golf tournament, to where, some of these players, they're trying to make it. So, a lot of the players or the people watching may not know exactly who they are yet, but that doesn't mean in 3 to 4 years these guys might be the next thing. But we've had some PGA Tour players that have come back and played and that have played on tour for years and years. We had a gentleman who was a left-handed player. His name's Nick O'Hearn. He actually took down Tiger Woods in a match play tournament years ago.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
He played, I think, 2 or 3 years ago in our event, and you're allowed to take caddies where you're going to think you're going to see him with a caddy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Well, of all people, he's out there carrying his own bag. Mm-hmm. And this guy's won millions of dollars playing on tour. So, that's one of those guys you're like, wow, he's down to earth guy who just loves to play the game of golf, and he'll play anywhere, anytime, and he can. So,
I do my own show prep. Is that impressive? Nobody does it for me.
And what kind of things do you and your golf grounds guys do to keep the course pristine?
Andy Jorgensen, his staff, Josh Carter, they do a great job. A lot of prep goes into this. A lot of man hours go into this. The course is in great shape year-round. They don't do a whole lot different for this tournament. Mm-hmm. They may try to speed the greens up a little bit, just
How do you
slightly.
do that? Speed up the greens?
There's a couple different ways that they can do it. They can cut maybe the grass just a little bit shorter just for that week, or they'll roll the greens each day. They might double cut the greens to help get them just a little bit quicker, because these tour players like a quicker, faster green, whereas on a regular basis, if you get them too fast, they almost become too hard to putt. So, for the better players, the tour players, they might try to speed them up a little bit, but they do a lot of prep. I mean, they do a great job. The course is in great shape.
So does a player who has played a golf course already have an advantage over somebody who has never played it?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, we'll have actually Monday afternoon and then Tuesday after our Pro-Am finishes, the professionals will come out and play a practice round. So they'll come out and try to get used to the golf course, know where the trouble is, know where the bunker is. I mean, Candler Hills has like 87 golf bunkers. No water, but we have 87 bunkers. So what we lose in water, we certainly make up for it in bunkers.
Can you help me understand what that is?
A bunker is a sand trap. It's actual sand that you have if you happen to hit your ball.
I know the word sand trap, yeah. Okay, so a sand trap and a bunker is the same thing?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So they certainly penalize you if you hit them in the wrong spot. So
what is the thing they offer at the things we do, the
the scrambles?
We can pay money to look the other way when we make a mistake. What's that called again?
Oh, that's a mulligan.
Yeah.
They don't get any of those.
They don't do that in this kind of this level.
No mulligans allowed. They're competing for too much money.
Just the word mulligan is hard to say, isn't it, for you?
No, I don't mind it. I mean, and that's the other thing, like we were talking earlier, some of the novice golfers, that's something you might need to do from time to time, just to, it's about practicing, getting out there and hitting another shot and getting comfortable.
From an outsider looking at it, a mulligan sounds like cheating, but for a good cause. But so does a handicap. Handicap seems like cheating to me.
Handicap is basically there to equalize golf.
I know.
So at the end of the day, sure, it's not cheating, but it allows somebody who's a better player to compete with somebody who's not. So let's just say you have to have a 30 handicap, which would mean you basically average about 102 for a round of golf, give or take. Somebody who's a scratch golfer, who all these professionals are, now that allows these two to compete against one another in a level playing field, whereas that would never happen in what they call gross play, or in your terms, non-cheating. So handicap is actually a big part of golf.
I know.
And it keeps everybody equitable at the end of the day.
I mean, we don't have handicapping in bowling.
No. I mean, it's out there gross, but it's basically keeps it fair, keeps it level. Most of our resident member tournaments that we run, there are handicap tournaments.
Now, this golf course that you have, do you reserve it only for the golf tournaments, or can people play on it every day?
No, Candler Hills is open to the public. Now, the days of the Ocala Open is closed just for the players, but on a regular basis, no, Candler Hills is open to the public. In fact, we were just rated the third best course on golfadvisor.com.
Nice.
And actually the 30th best in the nation. Mm-hmm. So come out, take a look, enjoy the round of golf at Candler Hills because it is in superb golf condition right now.
And do you have the different holes on there that are on the other golf courses that the players play around the world? Do you take like a hole from Scotland and
no, that's actually Golden Ocala who has that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they have some replica holes. Is what they call.
Oh yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah. Yep.
So I want to just say a little bit about hospice, if you could, or interfaith.
Sure.
Just my 2 cents is both organizations impressed me greatly. Hospice specifically helped my family twice, and it's a time that you don't want to have to face, but it is good to know that there are people out there like hospice who know how to do it and can take you by the hand, literally held my hand and talked to me about my mother when she was dying. So
yeah, and it's it hits home for a lot of our residents as well. So it's it is a great cause, and if anybody's interested, and you don't necessarily have to be a partner, but you can certainly support the Ocala Open and these 2 charities. Just go to the website, or you can even call the golf shop. Candler Hills is 352-861-9712, and we can get you signed up to help support both of those great causes.
the website is, instead of me looking for it, what is the website?
It's OcalaOpen.com.
OcalaOpen.com. The 12th annual Ocala Open Charity Pro-Am event and Ocala Open Golf Tournament beginning on Tuesday, March 20th, going through Friday, March 23rd at Candle Hills Golf Club. Matt, thank you for sharing this with us. I hope we can round up some people to participate in this, and sponsors as well. Do you want to give the rundown on what the sponsorships are?
Yeah, like I said, if you go to that website, you can see actually our sponsorship brochure. There's all types of levels. There's a $250 sponsorship called Friend of Ocala. It goes up to our platinum sponsor, which is $25,000, and all that money it goes towards these charities. It goes towards a great cause, and we have all kinds of levels in between those two. So check out the website. It'll give you a good rundown of the different options that you have. And like I said, depending on your level of sponsorship, you may also qualify for some VIP tickets that you'll sit on the 18th green, and also a Pro-Am team into the Pro-Am on Tuesday. So it's a great cause.
Nice. We don't know what the weather's going to be like, but if it's like today, it's going to be a beautiful day. Matt, good to see you again.
You too. We appreciate
it. When I'll come out there, just don't make fun of me if I'm playing golf
Absolutely not.
Horribly.
I'm there to help.
And you have to wear pants.
I heard that. I didn't.
Only if you play in that tour event. Now, if you come on a regular basis, shorts are okay.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I say I call shorts or pants.
Yeah, you're good in shorts. Just no denim. No denim shorts.
Oh, no denim.
No denim. We have a very, very strict dress code.
What about these rip things you see people wearing?
Yeah, those aren't going to cut it.
How about waffles? Do you have waffles in the morning?
We do have a restaurant, absolutely. And waffles will be available on the Pro-Am day.
So you can tell what kind of a golfer I am. I don't wear denim and I don't wear rip denim, but I do like the waffles. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
We'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Palm Garden wants to get to the heart of the matter. If you've been in the hospital as a cardiac patient, maybe you have a pacemaker or congestive heart failure or an arrhythmia, or perhaps you're a heart bypass patient, then consider Palm Garden as your rehab choice. With proven outcomes second to none, Palm Garden fixes broken hearts. Call today at 854-6262. That's 854-6262.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accidents. Very warm under partly sunny skies this Wednesday. The high 81 on the coast, 87 inland. Clear to partly cloudy and mild Wednesday night, low 63 inland, 69 along the coast. Thursday, partly sunny, very warm, high 79 at the coast, 84 inland. Friday, partly sunny and warm, high 81 to 85. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hi, I'm Russ Moore.